Alright, today's the first day back with it. What do you think, Tristan?
Well, it's a Mirada, but not quite. These are the wrong way. These wheels are cool. It actually looks cool. No, you know how marketing works, right? They make the coolest thing they can out of what they're going for and then go, how can we make this suck? That's it. Look at these trunk lines, dude. Everything's like...
Well, those are actually pretty close to factory trunk lines, but something I noticed on this car, there's a lot of little gaps and stuff that were moved around, and it's kind of similar, but nothing's quite in the right spot as it would be on a production car. There was a decent amount of body work on the hood, even though the hood lines are pretty close. If you look at the hood in the whole front header panel, it's like kind of like flattened over almost and raised in certain spots where it's not as edgy.
And all the lines are sharp.
The car does run. We had it running last night. That was the first time it ran in several years. It had flat tires. We pumped those up. It was like driving. You probably saw me driving. It was like driving on squares yesterday because of the flat spots.
Yeah.
So I was doing 10 miles an hour with it. So we're going to put a battery in it, back it outside, and take a better look at it. Clean it up a little bit and put a cover over it when we put it away. Alright, we got to roll back a few feet. See that badass front end? We're going to put a brand new battery in it. Probably the first battery this car's had in years. I wonder if like anybody else has ever like worked on this car. It's just been like terrified to touch anything on it.
Right now, just look at it.
Like no grease on anything. Nothing's dirty.
Thing looks brand new.
These cars typically came with lean burn computers on them, so whether this car had a factory electronic ignition on it for whatever reason, or if somebody had taken the lean burn computer out, that I don't know. I don't really see any evidence of a lean burn computer aside from the harness over there.
Well, you can see we got this,
actually, even this harness, everything...
Electronic ignition module.
Actually, if you look, there's even not... I thought there was an open plug-in there. There's not. So it doesn't even have any of the lean burn computer harness on it anywhere, if it was to have a lean burn computer. So this car could have been built with the electronic ignition in it. So we're still figuring things out on it. There's a lot of questions that are unanswered. Just muscle this off.
Mad a girl.
This is a original Chrysler thermal guard. We'll try not to break that. Alright, let's slide this out of here. That's our date cut on this battery. G1. Alright, I have no idea. Okay, I'll match it up. That's good. It's our new battery here. I'm going to take these stupid stickers off because they look ridiculous. Put that over there for now. And the car had I don't know what group that was actually. I covered the sticker, but it's getting a group 24. Remarketing.
Battery flavor battery.
Is this in here? Alright, that's a nice good fit. Looks like the battery hold down is still in there, although it wasn't connected when I initially got in here. Aside from the battery, it doesn't appear like anything else under the hood's been tampered with. Let's see if I can get the thermal guard back over it. Looks like this rod has to go up through the thermal guard if it even fits. Although I don't have a nut for it or anything, so that's just going to sit there for now until that gets figured out. And then it looks like it probably had another one of these hooks with a stud coming out here through this bracket, so that's something I'll probably get for it later. Look at that, you worked on the car.
Woohoo!
Alright.
This is going to end up in a museum and someone's going to be afraid to touch it.
I would be very happy if this car got put into a museum.
It belongs there. It's strange enough.
Yeah, it's the lowest mileage J body at this point that I know of.
Yep, 159 miles.
Nice.
159.
The battery's in it and hooked up. The keys in there?
Keys are indeed here.
Kick the pedal a couple times, see if she starts.
Let's give it a quick little 1, 2, 3.
Starter's a little shot, just give it a couple hits to the solenoid.
Like a glove. No tack gauge or anything, but this does light up green.
Quick, unset the choke. There it goes.
This is the coolest Dodge Mirada you've ever seen.
You want to see the horns?
Hell yeah, I want to see the horns.
Thing's loud as shit.
Beep, beep.
I get the horns first. Gotta hit it just right.
Yep.
That sounds like something like some pimp would have on his Cadillac driving around New York City.
Back into the light of day.
Alright, this is a real trick on it. Check out the tires.
Alright, tubeless radial. Got some 21570 VR15s on a beautiful set of Chrysler Corporation wheels.
So I'm thinking maybe Michelin had donated those because those are pretty, for the time, those would be a pretty high-end tire with that speed rating on it.
Yeah, those are rated for what, 140, 160, something like that?
Somewhere in that range, yeah. Original intention that Chrysler was probably going to crush this after they were done with it at the auto show and it slipped out the back door at some point. My best guess.
You know, I think by far the most interesting mystery of this whole car, the case of the missing antenna. Did it have one?
That's a power antenna. It's still in there. There's going to be more things to figure out as we dive into it. Nobody's actually really done a lot of extensive research on this car. Looked at all the numbers on it, date codes.
Now, what do you think this is worth? Could be worth $15, could be worth 15 million. It's a crapshoot.
Pretty much, yeah.
But you can't pay for this kind of cool. All right? Made in the 80s, loved by the ladies.
Here's a picture of the car. And I believe that this was a photo of the car from the International Auto Show, possibly in Chicago. I think this car also was shown in New York, but I think this particular photo was at Chicago. Oh, wait, yeah, it was actually. If you look very close, you can see a snack stand back there. Look at that. So yeah, this was the Chicago Auto Show.
1980.
Seen in 1980. Look at this stuff. Well, that's a Mercury XR. That's a Mercury. Oh, that's not even a Mercury. That's a Mercury XM Concept. It's got a rumble seat.
That's awesome. That's got to be one of the last rumble seats ever, like.
It's probably the only one ever
concepted. What did they do away with rumble
Look at
seats
that
in
truck.
like 1902 or something like that?
Big Red.
Big Red.
1979 Dodge Big Red.
You know what the thing is about that old Dodge? I bet you you've turned the key in that, fired up, she'll go right back to work.
Yeah, the book's got a lot of interesting pieces in it, but that was
Let's
the
get
last
everybody this
feature
page
of,
because we have it. You know, the Ferrari. Everybody wants to see the Ferrari.
I don't think anybody looking at this car cares about a Ferrari.
You know what? Nah, MOPAR guys are cooler than Ferraris. They know better. Over-engineered crap.
These are some of their F-body concepts. Now these are probably either renderings or just life-size like clay models, basically. Like this one you can see is a cutaway.
Yeah.
And if you look at how dark these windows are, that's probably a clay model. We'll get back to this car later on down the road. Next we're going to clean it up, probably check on numbers on different parts, and just get an idea of what's what on it, when it was built, or any more information we can find.
Alright, that's it on the Mirada. Case closed. How do I turn this thing off?